review this then. It's a cheap, that's it, with Bush being a manufacturing name to Argos. It's manufactured by Vestel in Turkey, and when these were brand new on the market, they were around £179. Of course, there were deals and stuff like that, so it could have been possibly cheaper. But yeah, this 7 kilo 1200 spin A++ energy rated washing machine was £179. So what do you get for your money? Well, at the bottom we've got our filter, which we can empty. Right, so we have 15 programs to choose from. We'll turn the machine on from the top dead center, which is your off position, to switch the machine off. We'll turn it right to cotton 90. Now, all the cotton programs have a max load of 7 kilo. So, cotton 90, it washes for 3 hours and is made for washing normally soiled laundry. You've got your temperature button here with a corresponding LED light. While it's flashing like this, it's basically indicating where the machine will start its cycle from. Wash, rinse, spin. Right, so we've got variable temperature. When we hit the button, nothing actually lights. Right now, nothing lighting means that it's on 90 degrees setting. But if we hit the button again, it now comes down to 60 degrees, and we can have 40 degrees, 30 degrees, and cold wash. And then back off is 90 degrees. So we've got variable spin, we've got options of 1200, which is maximum spin speed for this machine, and will be on for the cotton cycles. 800 spin, which is probably for your more easy care and delicate cycles. 600 for your delicate hand wash cycles, and no spin. We've got extra rinse option here, which when pushed, it will up the rinse count from 2 to 3 on whatever program's available that allows you to do it. And we've got a pre-wash option, which will run a pretty good length pre-wash cycle before the main wash. I do like the pre-wash on this, it's pretty good. Fills with water, senses the load from that pre-wash, then we'll wash for around 15 minutes before finally draining and doing an intermediate spin, which isn't bad. Right, then we've got cotton pre-wash. Now max temperature is 60. So we've got 60, 40, 30 and cold temperature options. Max spin is 1200. Pre-wash is automatically selected and can't be deselected. You can of course add an extra rinse. Max length for the cycle is 2 hours 51. Now max load is 7 kilo. So this also has a load sensor in it, which I don't like, which unfortunately is a problem. And the problem is that it automatically kind of defaults to half load even when you've put a full load in. To get it to do a full load is pretty difficult for it to do. So after time it will be running with a half load kind of capability. But don't worry, because that means it saves you time. Luckily it doesn't cut down the rinses, but it will cut down the wash time significantly. Just to give you an example, a cotton 90 cycle will probably be down from 3 hours to 2 hours 20, while a cotton pre-wash at 60 degrees will be cut down from 2 hours 50 to around 2 hours, which isn't bad. Also, if you lower the temperature on any of the programs, say from 9 on the 90, the lower you go, the less time it takes to do the wash. So a cotton 60 on this setting will kind of default to around 2 hours, because of course it thinks it's got a half load in, and a 40 will be around an hour 40, which isn't bad actually. Then we got cotton standard Eco 60, which comes to the manual is 4 hours 10 minutes with a full load. Like I said though, it never detects a full load. Max load is 7 kilo, being a cotton cycle, and of course a preset at 1200 RPM. Max temperature is 60, and of course you can adjust it. Bit of an odd one. Of course it won't do 60 degrees, being a standard 60 degree cycle. You can add a pre-wash or an extra rinse if you wish. Then you got cotton standard 40. Now both the standard 40 and standard 60 are made for washing heavily soiled cotton. Of course it runs it more economically and therefore a much longer cycle. Cotton standard 40 is 4 hours 5 minutes. You got extra rinse option and a pre-wash option. Max spins 1200, defaults at 40 degrees of course, and a max load of 7 kilo. Now, just before we go onwards, you have also got a child lock option, which is by pushing these two buttons here for several seconds, and then you can push them again to deactivate it. Then you got Eco 20, which is for washing half a load of lightly soiled cotton at just 20 degrees, which is annoying. Why half a load? Why is it not made for a full load? God knows why. Right. Temperature doesn't actually default to anything. So, believe it or not, the LED off is 20 degrees, and then push it again, and it'll come up with cold. Obviously, max spin is 1200 RPM, which can be adjusted. You got extra rinse function, and you got the and you can't have the pre-wash option, which is a bit odd, considering it's a cotton cycle. Maybe because it's supposed to be an economical cycle. Right. Then we got easy care at 40 degrees. See? Max spin is actually now 1200 RPM. So this is slightly more updated than any of the other Bushes have had. You got extra rinse function available, and you got the pre-wash function available. Max load, of course, is half a load, 3.5 kilos, because it's made for washing man-made fibres. Then we've got the wool cycle, which preset sets the spin to 600 RPM, so it's a slow spin. It presets the temperature at 30, and you can't go any hotter. Okay, suppose 40 wasn't an option then. Of course, being a wool cycle, there's no pre-wash option, but you can add on an extra rinse. Easy care cycle, just going back a bit, will take around an hour 50 at 40 degrees. The wool cycle takes around 42 minutes. It is actually quite a brief cycle. In fact, it'd be done probably in about 38. Then we've got rinse and spin. What this actually does is 3 rinses, yeah, you heard that right, 3 rinses, followed by a cotton's final spin. But there is no intermediate spins between the rinses, and it does it at high water level. At sort of a gentler pace than a cotton's rinse cycle. So, what I recommend on doing, if you're using this, if you're planning on rinsing delicates, etc., is to set the spin to no spin. But at the end, it won't do a full length cotton spin and won't damage your delicate items that are just being rinsed. But if you're rinsing cottons or man-made fibres, I would just say set the spin speed to one of the spin speeds up here. And then it will do a full length cotton final spin. You can add on an extra rinse if you wish, but of course you can't add on a pre-wash. Rinses and spin will take around 36 minutes. Then we've got spin only. If you want drain only on this, you can set the spin to oh, that's odd, and that's missing. So you can have spin only, but not a drain only. So there's no drain only cycle on this, which is a bit odd. Anyway, you can have spin only, which will run a full length cotton spin up to 1200 RPM. You can't have extra rinse or pre-wash. Can we see here while the indicator next to 30 and spin is flashing. Like I said before, that means when you press start, that is where it's going to start from, the spin phase. Then we've got the hand wash / delicate cycle. It's washing items marked as hand wash only, or very delicate fibres that need a high water level and a gentle wash action. It's essentially a bit like the wool, only it's much longer. So it's made for actually washing fabrics as opposed to kind of refreshing them like wool is. It presets at 30 and you can't go any higher, and it presets at 600 RPM, a nice slow spin to end the cycle with. You can add on extra rinse if you wish, and you can't have pre-wash. The hand wash delicate cycle takes an hour and a half to complete. And we've got the sports cycle. Now this is made for washing a half load, 3.5 kilos of man-made fibres, sportswear, for example. You know, man-made fibres, you know, sports garments. At 30 degrees, a nice low temperature, and a slower and shorter spin at 800 RPM. You can add on extra rinse, and you can add on pre-wash too, which is a nice bonus. Cycle time will take 80 minutes. Then we've got the mix cycle, which is made for washing mixed cotton and easy care fabrics together of mixed colours. It limits the temperature to 30 degrees to stop colour run. And we'll spin a short spin at 800 RPM. Actually, it's basically a easy care cycle, only a bit shorter as well. You can add on extra rinse, and you can add on pre-wash. Neat. That's good because that means that the cycle takes around 80 minutes. Not bad, I suppose. Then we've got the shirt cycle, which will preset at 60 degrees. It will end with a slow 600 spin, which on the final spin does take quite a while to do because it gets more progressive and does tumbling in between each phase. And this is to reduce the creasing within your shirts. Also reduce the load size as well because the max load is 2.5 kilo. You can have extra rinse function and you can have the pre-wash function. Now the timings for the shirts is basically the easy cares plus about 10 minutes for the extra long final spin. So at 60 degrees it will take around 1 hour 55 minutes. This isn't bad, I suppose. Then we've got daily 60, a 60-minute, 60-degree, 1200 spin, full-length cotton final spin cycle, allowing you to wash 3 kilograms, bit odd, of lightly soiled laundry in 60 minutes. But there's a problem with this cycle. You can't have extra rinse, and you can't have pre-wash. But to add insult to injury, you can't add extra rinse, and it only does one rinse. Just does the final rinse, that's it. That's annoying. And I will demonstrate it to you. The final cycle is Rapid 15, a 15-minute quick wash with a very short final spin at 800 RPM. It's made for washing 2 kilograms of lightly soiled laundry at 30 degrees. Well, it's not going to hit 30. It's probably about a 5-minute wash followed by a intermediate spin, followed by a final rinse, followed by a final spin. And because it does intermediate spins and the final spin, it will not be able to balance the load and will take about 4 hours to do. No joking now. It will add on a half an hour easy. You can't have extra rinse and you can't have the pre-wash for obvious reasons. Right, so your door handle is recessed here. Put your fingers and grab towards you. Then put your thumb on that door handle bit there and pull. Of course, this is a standard door latch, so No thrills drum, just a standard 7kg drum with 3 drum pedals in. Standard drum design. Right, so your turn drawer is split into 3 compartments. This small compartment is for the pre-wash detergent if you're selecting pre-wash with cotton or the pre-wash option on any of the cycles. Put detergent in both this compartment and this compartment. This compartment, put your detergent in regardless. And then this one is for your optional fabric softener. You don't need to add fabric softener, but if you wish, you can always put it in there. Once you hit start, the light will go solid to say it's within a cycle. Right, so to give this out of 10 then? Well, it's going to get a healthy 5.5 out of 10. Yeah, they made the stand cycle even longer, which is annoying. And build quality wise, the problems still exist. In fact, nothing's changed in 10 years or so, and it's getting annoying now with build quality. Also, the Daily 60 is annoying, the Rapid 15 is annoying, the imbalance sensor is annoying, it is really sensitive, it takes forever. You may get away with full load or half load like this. It does to a degree balance. It doesn't take too long then, but you're watching a couple of items and you've got no chance of spinning. The one upside to Vestal main machines like this is that it will either spin at full spin speed or just not do a spin at all. I've not known any of these bushes to just go, yeah, we're not running to limit the spin speed. And I suppose that's an upside. But yeah, I'm going to stick with what I've just said. It was 179 quid, and for not much more you could get a faster spinning, better made, better branded machine that gave you a lot more flexibility. So, yeah, unfortunately, that's where I stand. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment down below what you like about the machine, what you don't like about the machine, whether you agree with me or not. Go into the comments. Don't forget to give us a like, and I'll see you in another video. So, bye for now.